But anyhow, so let's move on. Speaking of Zeb Judah, he said he's running 8 miles a day, sparring daily, training really hard. Cotto also, really training hard. Both of them, Cotto had a weigh-in.
Yeah, no report on Judah's, or if he had one, whatever.
At least we didn't find it anywhere.
154 for Cotto, so 7 pounds to go to 147. So on progress, pretty good there.
Yeah, so everything's looking good there.
Yeah.
And both fighters are training their hearts out, so no excuses.
Yeah. And Judah have been sparring with the Peterson brothers, Lamont and Anthony, and they've been watching a lot of Cotto tapes, trying to emulate him. Of course, nobody can emulate another fighter completely. So, and apparently Judah's doing very well in sparring.
And of course, as always, sparring is one thing, and
absolutely
actually fighting is another.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the sparring partner goes in with the sparring partner mentality.
Yeah. They're there to get beaten up.
Yeah.
Of course.
So never can take too much into that, of course, but point is, they're training, as expected. Anyhow, someone that isn't training, Kostiazou, said he'd consider a rematch against Vince Phillips.
Consider.
After he's watched Phillips get beat up in the Kostiazou Cup over in Russia.
And that's one fight Vince Phillips has lost in about his last 8. He's probably lost at least 5 of them. Again.
Probably. I mean, I don't really know.
Don't know the exact stats there, but he's lost quite a few times over the years, as we all know that, at least.
And Tszyu said if he even boxes at all, which he said he's really not thinking much of right now, one way or another. Hasn't decided. Still
saying the same shit he's been saying over 2 years now since he lost to Hatton. Absolutely.
Anyhow, speaking of pathetic, Hector Camacho, the actual Camacho,
Senior,
the good one,
pled
guilty to breaking into petty larceny or something. I don't know the exact charge, but pled guilty to breaking into a computer store to retrieve his laptop. They were working on it or something, and he wanted it, this was in 2004.
We all know how frustrating it can be when they don't get your stuff back to you.
Yep, I don't hold it against him there, but he could face up to 7 years in jail for this. I don't expect him to spend any time in jail.
Not a smart move.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. That's no good, but whatever, just reporting once again.
Yep.
Also, anyhow, let's see. Other former fighter news, Greg Page got a $1.2 million settlement against the Kentucky Boxing Commission.
Didn't know they had one.
Who knew? The Kentucky Boxing Commission. They might not now.
Yeah.
Greg Page might have.
Probably not.
He wanted $1.2 million settlement against him for not having any medical treatment after he was KO'd and knocked into a coma by Dale Crow back in 2001.
Yes.
So, yeah, good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
They should have definitely had the right medical stuff ready for any fight.
Yeah. Always.
So, good for them. Good for him, whatever. Also, let's see.
On things somewhat related to that, the Arthur Abraham's trainer has been accused. I don't know what the name of the charge is, but he's being accused of wrongly letting the fight continue, not stopping the fight.
A legal charge. This is like
this is
legal.
German shit.
This is a German legal charge that he unnecessarily let his fighter get beat up or something
after he broke his jaw in the Miranda fight. So this proves even further that Abraham lost. Yes.
Because the Germans are wanting to arrest someone over it for the fight not being stopped.
Yeah, so it must
that shows how bad of a beating Abraham took.
Absolutely.
They're looking dependent on someone.
This was in round 5 too, not to mention the next 7 rounds, of course.
Yep. And anyhow, the ones they should really go after are the real robbers, the judges that gave Abraham the decision. That's who should really go to jail.
Definitely. And be put to Execution.
Yeah, throw them in your concentration camps. Pretend they're Jewish or whatever.
Yeah. You still got them. Don't try to fool anybody.
Anyhow, and you're wrong for that. You're wrong. Anyhow, let's move on. The Duva promoter, Dino Duva, got the
Bid.
won the purse bid for Maskaev versus Peter. Won the purse bid. It's going to be a 55-45 purse split. That's great for Peter.
Yeah.
And roughly 3.2 million split between the two. We'll know the date and venue by May 28th, supposedly, unless WBC gives another extension. But we'll know soon. We'll know soon when and where the fight will take place.
And when Peter can get his knockout title win.
And I suppose which network it'll be on.
Yeah.
I would assume Showtime.
Yeah.
Would assume
broadcast both Peter's fights with Tony, so.
But who
You
knows?
would think, yeah. Sure, HBO will go underhand and try to pick this fight now. So.
And pretend that they showed the others.
Uh-huh.
Who knows? Whenever they were showing friggin' Shannon Briggs or whatever it was,
Yeah.
they were showing. Don't remember. I think I fell asleep or something.
Yeah, it did.
Anyhow, speaking of heavyweights, former heavyweight contender Ray Mercer going to be in his MMA fight against Kimbo Slice June 23rd in Atlantic City.
In a cage.
They're putting it in a cage.
Yes. And Kimbo Slice has quite a unique way of training. Smoke and sleep and drink. That's what he said.
Which I already kind of figured that looking out.
Look at him, yeah.
But he's Mercer. I'm picking Mercer, and I don't know if this is going to be rounds or what format this is going to be. If they're wearing gloves or not, I don't really know.
Pick Mercer to win by knockout at some point in the fight. Whatever.
Really early in the fight.
Yeah.
I'd pick it to be over in about. I'll give it no more than a minute or so to get over, unless they're just standing around or something.
I'll say about. It could go maybe 6 minutes.
No way.
Probably.
No way. Slice doesn't have that kind of stamina.
Just
well, he's training though.
Yeah, just the fact that Mercer is very old now. So I'll factor that in. But
okay, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyhow, look forward to seeing that. Actually,
I think that's on a MMA pay-per-view, I believe.
Yeah. Someone send us a link for that, please.
Definitely.
Or someone will probably put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I wouldn't bother ordering it. It's not pay-per-view worthy, that's for sure. Now, moving on. Speaking of other former heavyweights, Leon Spinks will be co-training his son Corey for the Taylor fight. I got one question for you. How in the world is that going to help Corey?
Not at all. Needs to get the talented
That's the answer.
Spinks to train him. If he's going to get one of them to train him, needs to be Michael, of course.
Yeah, you don't need that toothless fool in your corner.
Absolutely not.
You don't need no has-been working in your corner.
Got a lot of mo.
Well, Spinks might not have enough mo for Jermaine Taylor.
No, don't think he will. But I think it'll be somewhat competitive. But definitely won't help him that his idiot toothless father is in the corner.
Well, that actually may hurt him, if anything, because what's he going to do? Tell him to go after Taylor and stand toe-to-toe with him?
Yeah.
Like he did?
Yeah.
I don't think that'll help. That's not Spinks' style, and it's certainly not the way for Corey Spinks to beat Jermaine Taylor.
No, absolutely not.
It's the way to make the fight much easier for Taylor, if anything.
And to get a knockout.
True enough.
Yes.
But you know, Corey ain't scared, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Curtis Stevens,
Yes.
chin checker. Curtis Stevens versus Andre Durrell.
June 16th, Molly Naji Indu undercard.
Two
Boxing After Dark.
great up-and-coming
Yes,
prospects.
Definitely.
Will this fight be at 168 or 175?
168, I believe, yeah. Because Durrell's been there so far for his whole career.
Either weight, though,
Yeah,
this fight. Two up-and-coming prospects. Don't know why they're making this fight.
Yeah, right now
Neither
this
of
could
these
be
guys-
huge later on down the road.
Neither of these guys need to be in this fight.
Nope, because it's going to be a loss for one of them. Horrible for either one of them.
Yeah. Darrell.
Darrell, slick boxer puncher, of course, against Stevens.
And right now I
Dynamite power
have to
puncher.
favor Darrell, even though I like I'm more of a fan of Stevens. I do favor Darrell right now.
Yeah,
because of what you said.
Got the skill advantage. I'm very, very unorthodox. Goes from left to right hand, just everything, great angles.
Darrell might be the next, like
Roy Jones.
another
comparison.
another Roy Jones type.
Yeah.
He might be the next big thing that we're talking about, that people were talking about.
I've always thought he was better than Andre Ward, who won the gold medal when the 2004 Olympians, when I was watching them at the Olympics. Always thought Darrell was the best one by far, and thought Cottington and Stevens passed him, but on skill level, you got to go with Darrell.
The only advantage Stevens could get out
Power.
of this, he has power, and also this can be a great learning tool for him.
Could be that, but I mean,
it's going to be a loss for him though.
Very worried about this one. Definitely pulling for Stevens though. Michigan against New York. You got the two best boxing states going at it too.
Definitely looking forward to it though.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that one more than the main event.